Hi you guys, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel. You are going to see this outfit a couple of times because I'm doing two videos today, one about the eyes and then this one is going to be all about complexion. I wanted to share this technique with you guys because I don't talk a lot about people that have more larger pores, more oily or combination skin, and this tip is really going to help my lovely ladies that are in that position. And so if you want to know more about that, please keep watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let's do it. All right, you guys, so I have all my skincare on. I have my primer on already. I am going to use my Milk Cosmetics Blur Stick just where I have a little bit of larger pores. This tip I'm sure you have seen quite a few times, but I wanted to give you my take on it because I have a difference of opinion when I come from my point of view, our point of view, which is more mature skin. So this tip is about applying your makeup in reverse. So we're going to do cream products first, apply powder first, and then your foundation on top of it. And I'll explain to you why this is important as we go through each step. So for more oily textured skin, it is great to use a cream contour and a cream highlight first because it'll add more definition and give you a little bit more of a realistic look. And then also, instead of adding so many cream products and giving you more of that dewy look because you're just gonna be dewy in about 10 minutes anyway, it's going to help build those products. So I'm just taking my Urban Decays. This is the Shape Shifter, and I'm going to use it, the cream products, and I'm just going to pop this like this, and this is going to be darker than I normally would because we are putting foundation over it, so don't get scared. And I would not recommend this tip if you have super dry skin, but if you are looking for your makeup to last longer and if you are more oily, this is going to be a great tip for you. But if you have more dry skin, you really want to be adding more moisture into the skin. And so by using a ton of powder products, it's not going to give you the desired effect. But I noticed that we really only talk about drier skin on this channel, so I wanted to make sure that it was a little bit more even and not so about my skin type. And then I'm going to go into the cream highlighter. And if you have to do any color correcting, so under the eyes, maybe you want to do like a peach color or something of that nature, this is the time to do it, is right here. All right, so for me, I'm going to use a little bit of the yellow corrector underneath my eyes in this same palette. This guy right here, because I have a little bit of darkness today. And I want to show you how to do this. Yellow for me, since I am so fair, right around my nose. See how that cancels out right away? All right, so we may be a little scared here, but we're going to be applying my Cover FX translucent setting powder in light, and we are going to put this on first. And this is going, you could also do this just in the center of your face. So if you are more combination and you think to yourself, you know, I'm pretty dry around the outside perimeter of the face, but I get like an oil slick in the center of my face and I just can't control it. I don't know what to do. It doesn't work for me. I can't touch up during the day. I would just do this technique of the powder in the center of your face before you apply your foundation. And this is just a light layer. I've been seeing, or I have seen, and this is not a new technique. This is something that has been around for ages. I'm using this IT Cosmetics beautiful brush they sent me. But this is not a new technique. This is something that has been used for a very long time in stage productions and things of that nature. It gives you just a very flawless finish. And we don't want to pack on the product. We just want to make sure that the skin has a nice coating of powder. And I like to use a translucent powder for this. You don't want to use a pressed foundation powder. You want to use something loose. All right, and before we go on to foundation, I just wanted to note that I didn't put any of that translucent powder underneath my eyes because that will exacerbate any fine lines underneath there. So that is not where you want to apply it. So I'm just going to take my liquid foundation, any liquid foundation, on a damp beauty blender and start to press this in. You're also going to notice that you're going to get more coverage out of a lighter weight foundation. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just using a lightweight foundation and I'm just pressing it into the skin. Now I'm using a damp beauty blender. You can of course use your foundation brush if that's what you see fit. But for this technique, I like to add a little bit of hydration back into the skin since we have used a powder first. But again, it's up to you, and if you try this technique, try both ways and see what works for you. And I used way less product, and I'm just pressing it into the skin. Now, when you use a damp beauty blender instead of a brush, you want to make sure that you take the time to really press this gently into the skin. You really want to make sure that you are making this look like a second skin. And then if you do have really oily skin, using a brush to apply your foundation will give you the mattest effect. So for me, I just like to be a little bit more dewier even when I'm doing this technique. But do you see how flawless and how quickly that went on? It is just so easy. And it really gives the skin this kind of airbrushed, flawless finish to it. And I used less product than I would have before. All right, our concealer is on, and you're going to finish the face how you normally would. So I am going to apply a little bit of powder on a damp beauty blender like I normally do. And you actually, if you've applied this with a brush, your foundation, you shouldn't need to have any powder afterwards. You've already put your powder on, and so you can just negate powder after this. Except for I like to set under the eyes and on the nose. If you are extremely oily, go ahead and set the center of your face, but it is literally already set. The foundation is set. I'll show you. I can put powdered products right on top of this foundation because it's already set. Your powder is already on. So your powder products will go on like a dream over this cream product. And all I needed to do was apply a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of blush. There's no skipping. There's no, tugging or pulling at the skin. I just love this technique. All right, you guys, so I just finished my makeup. Wanted it to be complete for you guys so you guys could see the kind of final look that it does. But I hope you guys try this technique. It is really, really, really great for most people except for my dehydrated ladies. But I'm normal to slightly dry, and I can totally do this technique. I often do this technique whenever I'm going to be filming for another brand, like on camera, where I need to look really flawless, perfect, and I need everything to really stay all day. So this is definitely one of those that if you're oily, need makeup to stay for a really long time, and need more coverage from a lighter weight foundation, these tips can really help you. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please comment below, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah. Bye, you guys.